I return just as we break through the wall and discover that we are now facing Partia, Valley of Thirst. Speaking of thirst, I have tea. Now this is level 19, or rather wall 19. Wall 20 is where we'll get access to devils. So do I want to invest in that? I'll need 1 point there, 1 point here. We're going to have at least another 6 points before we get here. I could start investing in cultists now, but I just don't think that that's the right place to put it. Instead, I think it would be increasing the amount of mana generated per click. Because right now we're generating a fair chunk. Either that or increase the mana amplification. But I think mana per click is what it's at. Especially if we eventually start just feeding cultists to the machine. So sure, all 3 points can go in there. That's radically increasing the amount of mana we're pulling in. Mana per click is now 5, which is great. So far, what are your thoughts on the game, chat? I'm actually really enjoying it. It feels quite compelling. It's felt like there's always been something to do. We've also got 5.9 mana, so let's go ahead and get Epiphany. Pomp Soul Infusion is unlocked. Insight 12.5 mana. Understand the secrets of the natural world. Unlocked in Pew. Right, Soul Fusion, Augment Spell. Did you know that several animal souls can be fused into one base soul? Neat. Oh. Please give me all of the souls with the mana that I've currently got. Make all of the souls. Oh my god. Okay, that's good enough. Now you can go back to doing this. That was good, I think. Probably gonna grab that one as well. Alright, so that's giving me loads. We could increase mages a bit. We've got a lot of souls that we can spend. More goblins, perhaps, or more captains? No, I think mages. Let's get 10 extra mages. I could get another 10 captains, too. Sure. Another 10 cap... Oh. Oh, no, wait. They cost 3. Damn. Very silly of me. Alright. Oh, I'm sure I can get that up. That was not too bad. We could also increase heighten. Get more oomph out of our skeletons. It's one of the only direct damage increasing abilities we have. And again, you're getting a lot of bang for buck out of that because we've got 50 skeletons. Still though, they're still behind goblins. And a big part of that is because of the effect that goblins have. We were at stupid amounts of mana per second there. Mages are doing a decent amount of mana right now. Focus is getting in quite a lot as well. Maybe I should increase meditate a bit more. Oh, honestly, focus by itself would probably be okay. But I'm gonna get heightened up to 50 first before I do anything else. We've got a pretty whomping 12.5 million to get up to insight. It's gonna be a while. Could increase this to benefit from that a little bit more. Could pull down the soul contract cost a bit more. So many different places I can invest. I mean, it's 40 poison for only 150 mana. We could probably get that up to stupid amounts. Maybe actually we do put a point into this. How high can we get damage at this point? Applies poison, poison deals damage, yep. That's still going kind of crazy. Punch it through. And there we go. Yeah, no, that is wild. That is absolutely bonkers. And it's pulling very little out of my overall available mana. Yeah, we need to use more spells, I think, overall. Skeletons are still doing a decent chunk of damage, but this poison spell is doing wild amounts. Up to 5.8k poison. Again, the wall takes damage equal to the poison modifier each second, and then poison reduced by 5 plus 5% of total poison each second. That is humongous amounts of damage we're applying. Well, let's push it a little bit higher. There we go. Horizon's Promise, Ever Distant Oasis. This is wall 20. It's got healing, but it really won't matter. The amount of poison that we're applying. Poor skeletons, even with so much investment, they are still woefully behind. They kind of are, yeah. It is le suck. They'll probably come into their own later, but yeah, right now, even with the skeleton nobles, it just isn't doing enough. I'm not sure cultists will really do that much, but I am really tempted to drop skeletons. The only thing is, having skeletons at least there means that we are always, like, if the wall can fight back, that we have something that stops that, because the skeletons will absorb that effectively. Yeah, the cultists will be good at devil food, you're quite right. I might even drop the skeleton summoning to limit it to 25. Because 2 skeleton nobles will basically be able to summon that every minute. Almost up to our first point. Where do I put it? I'm kind of tempted to put it into Poison Dagger more. Right now, that's our main spell. This would be good in combination with the Devil Ritual. So yeah, I think we're going to... I don't think I'll be able to sustain this as much, so I'm going to probably take most of the points out of this, get 5 into this instead. I might not even get that one, if I'm perfectly honest. I mean, it's useful, but we've got other ways of getting those points. Let's go for, because we are, you know, way far away from that. So I don't think going for that one is necessarily the right move. Instead, sharing a bit between focus and meditate, I think, is the right way to go. Keep the mana income piling up. Put it into there. Up to 8.9k with a damage multiplier of 16. This is actually really nice. But yeah, skeletons need to go. I can probably sacrifice a lot of them right now. Just take it all the way back down to 25. And the rest get you up to 40. Mages or goblins, I guess, from that point. You know what? Let's go for the mages. Oh, I bet the devils are going to cost quite a lot of souls. And of course, I'm going to have the requisite amount of cultists to keep them going as well. And there we go. But I think that is ultimately all the skeletons are going to become, is just wall fodder. Oh, start a side quest. Okay. Ragged cliff face, edge of the long desert. Let's open this up. You know what? Before we go too far, we're going to reset skills once again. You find a strange and elaborate oil lamp poking out of the sand. I will obviously analyze it. Sending back to the lab for analysis. I approve. Right, so gonna want 5 points in this. 5 points in this. And I'm going to say, by all metrics, it seems to be an ordinary lamp. It does seem a little dirty. Let's rub the lamp. Ordering a 3 goblin rub down, okay. Right, unlocks and buffs the devil summon spell. Skill points increase devil damage skill. Devil damage. Skill points in cult following also increase devil damage. Let's get... That is stupid damage available there. Okay, I approve. Smoke seems to be gushing from the lamp. Bubble. Invocating a gas-proof bubble shield. Want a couple of points in that. A couple of points in this as well. The smoke cleared, and it was harmless anyway. Now, there's a djinn. Let's joke with a djinn. You lift? I've been hitting djinn a bit lately. Really? That's a terrible joke. The djinn seems enraged. It's shooting flames from its palms. After image. Swiftly teleporting aside, leaving behind a hazy after image. That is the correct thing to do, I think. I think we can all agree on that. The flames couldn't touch you. The djinn has a knife. Words. Delivering a stern lecture about knife safety. I'm not actually doing any damage, but in fact, turn that off now. I'll just build the mana. Right. Shocked and embarrassed, the djinn begs to grant your wish. Cackle. Cackling with disdain at the djinn's untrustworthy offer. Right. We're going to want captains, and I'm going to want 10 points in captains, I think. 10 points in goblins. Only got 10 points left. The djinn is sweating profusely. It speaks. I'll just be off with my freedom then. Keyring. Trapping the djinn inside a keyring for eternity. That's what you get. Don't know why you get it, but that's what you're going to get. I think we'll go without the mages. We'll take 5 in Mind Sphere. The djinn containing keyring has been buried deep in the sand. No! Okay, I got a goblin crown. Okay. Djinn is so rude. Right, your grace. Right, your grace? Bah! Okay. So... This majestic looking crown impresses the hell out of goblins, causing them to flock to your cause. Goblin archers plus 10 a minute. Poison decays half as quickly. That is worth it. That is just flatly worth it. Okay, summon limits. I need to change this. I want no more than 50 goblins. But that is amazing. Let's pop the remaining 5 points into this. There we go. Right. So. Now then. I'm going to need to make sure I've got the correct amount of everything. So, 2 skeleton nobles. A load of captains. Let's go for 20 to start with. Soon on incinerate. See, poison dagger would be great to have on, but I'm going to need to feed the cultists. Right, we're going to want... Start with 20 cultists, and then... How many devils? Every 30 seconds. They do only cost a little bit, though. Yeah, devil damage is going up hard. Greatly approve. Problem is, can I set limits to this to only 50 cultists at a time? I don't know if that's going to work or not. Let's see. No, it goes further. All right. Well, that's okay. Let's go with meditate. Got a couple more levels of that. I think some more captains. Let's summon the amount of goblins I want. We're up to 1.1k poison, and that's without the poison dagger. Increase focus. And now we're at this point. I think we're just going to invest in more devils. And just have you... I can just hold this down. Oh, wait. Hang on. Oh, yeah, I can't. Alright, well, I can just summon the cultist myself then. We'll see how this goes. I just need to feed the devils, basically. And that should result in this getting clicks. But it might not build up. Which is a bit less awesome. Let's go with a point there. In fact, let's get more points so that as the cultists die, they click more. Okay, this is one that is going to attack me, so the skeletons will be useful here. $20 minutes per minute. Okay, well, I can get that many. Yeah, I'll summon that many skeletons per minute, so that's fine. We're already so far through the wall. And that's even without mana multiplier. Though it's going to take us a long time to get to the amount of mana we want to unlock anything new, but still, this isn't terrible. Let's continue to increase that. Again, so that the cultists will regularly click that, click this as they're dying. There must be a way to auto summon the cultist though. So we're just gonna have to wait on that one. Plus, I suppose they are actually charging mana, so they're constantly giving me more when they die as well. Yeah, we're chewing through this place. When's the next one? 24. 2 more walls time. Okay, Trichovia, the 4th stair. Trichovia, really? Not sure how I feel about a place called Trichovia. You know, Dapplings and I, we don't have fond feelings towards trees. Gotta be honest. Alright, let's increase blood comms. Get more charge from the cultists. Yeah, we're really chewing through it now. The devils are doing crazy damage. The Goblin Crown making poison decay half as fast is also very nice. Exceedingly nice. I might actually sacrifice some of the goblins, though, if I'm honest, for more devils. I don't strictly need the skeletons right now, so I could pull them down a little bit. Take it all the way down to 10, maybe. Another 5 devils, and then continually keep the cultists stocked up. Yeah, no, this is pretty good. The devil's damage is huge. But the skeletons are basically doing nothing at this point. So I might not even keep them around when I don't need them to absorb damage. Let's see what kind of wall this is. This is thickest thicket. Entrance to the Bulgy wood. You knew what you were doing, game. You knew what you were doing. I knew what you were doing. Chat knows what you were doing. Alright. There is some sort of ruckus happening in the wood. Okay. Nearby Bulgy wood. Let's peek. Let's peek at Bulgy wood. Oh, God. How the mighty have fallen. It's nothing less than a group of humanoid teacups having a teapot. This is amazing. Watch or observe. I feel like the words you've chosen mean the same thing. But all right. The cups are drinking from each other's heads. Sickening. I mean, can I join in? Gasping at the twisted scene before you. You've been spotted. The cup people part to reveal a hulking teapot man. Hype. Let's get this party started, really. Oh no, I'm one of those. The teapot man gestures to its spout. The cup people chant, tea, tea. I'm gonna guzzle. Guzzling the teapot man's spout. This game knew what it was doing. That was surprisingly hot. The tea, of course. The tea party looked at you. Grin. You release a wide, awkward grin. Why is this game doing this to me? More cultists, please. Very lewd, yeah. The party cheers, then start to chant, milk, milk. Time to go, time to go. Pegasus. Releasing a wild Pegasus is a distraction. You're safe, but a talking sugar packet has followed you. Eat me, it shrieks. Okay. Pouring the contents of the sugar packet into your mouth. The soul-infused sugar screams as it melts on your tongue. 10 out of 10. Huzzah! Reward 40 souls. I don't know about you, about your grace, but I was starting to feel it. Wow. All of the cultists. Ooh. Magi camels unlocks the buff. The camel summon cell. The camel's humps act as mana reservoirs, allowing mages to operate at greater efficiency. Each camel increases the output of all mages. Skill point. Oh, okay. Haunting. Whenever a minion dies, create a ghost. Ghosts are soulless manifestations of regret and frustration. Oh, I desperately need one. I'll just top you up. We can do it. We can do it. We can beat it. There we go. Ghosts are soulless manifestations of regret and frustrations of living beings, and as such, they fly into the wall and explode. Okay. Or Bone Mystic unlocks and buffs the Mystic Summon Cell. Mystics shoot Bone Spear, and each Mystic on the field increases Bone Spear's damage. Skill points increase the Bone Spear damage per buff per Mystic. Okay, that kind of is good. But, of course, we're going to get ghosts because we're killing a bunch of people anyway. Look at all the ghosts. Actually, I want more devils at this point. And some more meditation. Yeah, ghosts are doing appreciable damage. That's actually kind of impressive. Yeah, 1.4 million damage right now. Okay, we want more ghosts. Please and thanks. Yeah, ghosts are created when devils eat cultists. Yeah, exactly. So this is really benefiting us right now. And the cultists are also generating huge amounts of mana, which they are then giving to me when they die. I only wish I had a way to automatically summon them right now. That's the only thing I kind of wish we had. You know what? I'll just turn that on every now and then. Right. Wall of wardrobes. Bulgy wood furnished area. Noted. Right. We need to get to level 28 to unlock this one. Overseer. Skeletons are naturally lazy, so this huge floating eyeball helps keep them out of trouble. Just keep them at their full potential. Skill points increase the damage buffer skeletons get from Overseer. Okay. Widen your expertise and range of exotic plants, powders, and reagents. Skill points increase poison amount applied. Song of Mana. You know what? Let's get you on the go. Let's just turn everyone over there into cultists. Sing the ancient song, the forbidden song, the song of all things still to come. Skill points increase mana multiplier buff. Okay, well that would replace this, which I wouldn't want to replace for now. I mean, I could get that. Bone Spear would be decent. I'm not using mages right now, so this isn't useful. But having something that casts a spell directly is kind of good. But could it even remotely compete with the amount of damage output I get from the devils? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Yeah. I think because that's increasing the damage rate of the devils as well. We are doing so much. This seems to be the best way for me to go. The skeleton nobles to get fodder against the wall attacking back. And then other than that, just loads of cultists and poison dagger. We've more or less given up on buffing this though, which thankfully I hadn't invested in that, but skill points increase cultist mana charge, and cultists will also click the orb once on death. Mana charge per cultist. I mean, I'm getting a little bit, but we're not killing the cultists as fast as we probably could. So let's get an extra 5 demons and then stock back up on cultists. We've got Cosmet here. Very excited to begin my first fleet. Oh, awesome, Manic. I hope you enjoy. Drop back up. There we are. Okay. Wall of Rooks. Bulgy wood chessboard. Noted. Let's take them all the way up to 10. There's a huge amount of mana potential there. Right, let's see about the side quest. It's an ordinary afternoon. Blackjack, brandy, and cigars with Bonesley. You know what? I didn't realize Bonesley was such an interesting person to hang out with. Okay, hit. Hitting on 21. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's hope it works out for him. Suddenly humanoid playing cards burst in. They're armed. Breeze. Creating a slight magical breeze to buffet the card people. This will not stand. bellows highest card. We must take you to the queen. Fine. Following the guards to see the Red Queen. Let's get some more devils. You're brought before the queen. It looks like you're in a courthouse. I will bow. Bowing to the queen, a goblin wearing golden regal robes. You are accused of stealing tarts from the Bulgy wood, she announces. Overruled. Your Highness, I ask that this accusation be overruled. I'm not sure that's how it works, for sure. And by what evidence do you support this? The Queen demands. Alibi or tart spatter? Your Highness, this tart spatter analysis shows a significant trend towards innocence. I'm not sure that... Your rabid lawyer appears. My client is insane, gesturing towards you. Arms. You suddenly ferociously whirling your arms around in circles. Start ferociously whirling my arms around in circles, rather. Guilty. Select your sentence. Crumpets. Choosing crumpets. I mean, what else would I choose? You are sentenced to a lifetime supply of crumpets. Huzzah! Reward, Rudis. And a wall. One could say you played your cards perfectly, Your Grace. Ha ha ha. Oh, this one heals and kills 40 minions per minute. Okay, yeah, we can't have that. I'm going to need 4 of you. And all of these done. And auto summon limit's going to have to be 50. Okay, that kind of sucks, but we should be able to punch through this. Alright, okay. I could get more, or I could get more from the devils directly. The ghosts do way super high damage. Wow. Actually, yeah, let's just continue investing in the ghosts. Because that would also affect the skeletons that are dying. I need some more skeletons. Right, soul fusion, let's get a couple of levels there. I'll get an extra skeleton noble as well to help out. Should be able to punch through. But the fact that they are increasing the amount of damage you do is a little bit worrying. Right, what's this other thing that we picked up? A symbolic blade of freedom won through pain and glory in the arena. Increases in power as more walls are defeated. Damage Wah! Okay, I think we drop the poison at this point. Yeah, I definitely think we drop poison at this point. Once we're through this wall, I'm going to switch over to... We're going to reset the skills. But that damage multiplier is something we need. And we're going to continue to increase the haunting as well. We're going into the economy of death. We shall be a merchant of lives. I'll get rid of this and I'll get Bone Spear. Because we can use Bone Spear as well. But we can also have the minions summon it. Which I think will be quite a powerful way of doing it. There's some more soul fusion. Almost all the way through. And plonk. Okay, solid Walkovia, the 5th stair. Right, time to reset skills. Okay, so necromancers for skeletons. This for the Song of Mana. While your expertise of rare exotic plants, powders, and reagents, skill points increase poison amount applied from any source. I mean, that would be nice. But I think we're going to go with this. We're going to have Bone Spear, going to have you, devils, cultists. So that means this as well. We'll grab that too. Grab this. We're going to want... Do I want to increase this? We're going to want captains. I'm going to want you. And these. Those are the skills that we're going to want for this particular setup, I think. I mean, we do have the Bone Spear item, but I don't think we need that. So let's pop a couple of levels into this so that this does a lot of damage per. Then I want 10 there. Let's get 5 of you. I'm going to want probably 10 since we're not investing in goblins anymore. Let's get 10 there, 5 over here, 5 over here. Let's bring all this all the way up to 5 there. That's fine. Let's get 10 into our skeletal nobles. Bring this up to 10, and then the rest into the fire. This is a very different. Oh damn it! I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to invest in the ghost. Oh well. It's fine for now. All right, let's turn on incinerate. And now we're going to want, say, 20 captains. We're going to want a lot of the... Oh, yeah, there we are, mystics. So let's get... Bone Spear... Oh, wait. Each one is increasing the damage of Bone Spear. Oh, okay. Did not properly appreciate that. Did not properly appreciate that. Let's go for 40 of them. We're gonna want... Where's the noble? Did I not select the noble? I did. Oh, there we are. Right. Auto summon... How many do we want? Take up to 75. And I'll get 5. Well, no, we'll go for 10 nobles. They can summon quite a lot that way. Actually, no. Let's not go for 10. That seems a bit over the top. Cultists we're going to want quite a lot of. My mana multiplier is way down now. I really should try and get up to insight. Thinking about it, but we'll see. Skeletons work harder. Skeleton damage buff per overseer. I mean, a lot of these would make the skeletons crazy powerful. Let's go up to 5 then, and the rest is going to be devils and cultists, I think. Yeah, I have completely reduced the mana income buffs, so we have got tiny amounts of mana. Yeah, this is much more of a skeleton build. Maybe for this, we should have gone with camels and mages instead of the devils, since we're trying to get these up to the point where they're doing stupid amounts of damage. Yeah, because they affect the Bone Spear over here as well, which is absolutely wild. Take that up to 30 if we can. Oh, I need to get those as well. Otherwise the devils die, don't they? At least I think they do. I mean, that said, we're actually doing a decent amount of damage. Just going to want a lot more devils. Well, that being said, we don't actually have enough for that. I might need to sacrifice a couple of them. We'll see. Yeah, the mana per second is way down, which is a problem. We don't need this many nobles if they're not dying. Well, no, we don't need that many nobles. We only need them for the summoning, really. Once we've got them, it's fine. So... actually, summon devils then, and I will sacrifice 10 cultists to achieve that. Yeah, the skeletons are still damaging the devils, which is impressive. Are the ghosts even doing anything? How many points did we put into ghosts? We barely put any into ghosts, so that's fair. But yeah, Bone Spear is way up there, skeletons and devils. Oops, sacrifice one of those. Now just focus on getting cultists. And once that's up there, switch over to doing Bone Spear for extra damage. The Mystics directly buff an attack spell that I can do, which is kind of a crazy one. At the next level, 32. We're on 29 right now. I'll give us Wormification, Solitude, and Lesser Mastery. I'm starting to feel, though, that maybe we should do a round where I just reset my skills at the start to pure mana generation, just so we can punch through Insight. I think that might be the thing to do. Understanding the secrets of the natural world. Okay. Reset skills. Got a side quest. Dangerous Inclination, Rocky Ridge Pass. Right, we are going to focus entirely on generating mana this time through. So, unlocks and buffs the Song of Mana incantation spell. Sing the ancient song, the forbidden song, the song of all things still to come. Skill points increase mana multiplier buff. Only one can be active. I'm just going to sink 10 points into that. We're going to sink 10 points into you. 10 points into Mage. Probably 10 points into this. 10 points into this. 10 in here. Is there anything else that just directly gives me mana? I mean, cultists would, but we're not going to be going for that. We'll pop 10 in there. Actually, we're going to take that one all the way up to... Do we max it? Yeah, sure. We'll max it. And the rest in here. Okay. So, first, Song of Mana. Next... Can I just shift click? I cannot. Control click? I cannot. Alright. Get as many of these as you can. Now camels. Now focus on this for a bit. So if we have a look at camels again. Mage mana buff per camel is plus 15 per second, based on 10 points in there. Whereas each mage, based on this... well, actually, it's already getting a massive bonus from that. Let's take that up to... honestly, let's go all the way up to 100. 115 there is then. And the rest into camels. We're making 1.3 million mana per second. We're now at the point where it costs millions per camel. Fair enough. But that's fine. This is definitely the way to punch through. Now we've got camels, now we've got all this. I should have done this a little while ago. Let's just get the rest into mages. Mana equals yes. As it should. Alright, Soul Fusion's already there. Let's get some more of these. Right, there we go. Right, what are you focusing? Insight. Right, Imbue. Imbue your poison attacks with even more exotic and deadly toxins. Wow, okay. Right, we've got to get up to Revelation at 6.2 billion. Undergo a hellish revelation. I mean, probably won't take us that long. Right, so, start a side quest. You hear a rattling sound approaching the command tent. React. Tilting your head ever so slightly towards the origin of the noise. Bonesley suggests some alfresco dining for lunch. Not a date, though. I'm busy, sorry. I'm washing my crown. You're busy, but you suppose you could make some time. Am I sure about that? You'll need to decide on an outfit. Sophisticated, obviously. Looking for something a little more sophisticated. All right, it's time for the date. The lunch. Late, fashionably. Arriving fashionably late. There we go. Okay, I mean, we'll get through the side quest. I don't think I'm going to save up for everything here. You join Bonesley at the table. Bonesley's bones have been buffed to a high shine. I'm going to compliment. That's actually quite nice. Well done. That is effort there. That is, they've gone the extra mile. Offering a compliment on the buffed bones. The lunch service is spectacular. Choice of wine. But what did I have to eat? Oh, it's going to be red. Selecting a full-bodied red. Bonesley starts to offer some kind of confession. Monocle. Letting your monocle fall into your drink, indicating shock. Before you can react further, a giant eagle snatches Bonesley into the sky. Ghosts. Swarming ghosts to intercept the interrupting eagle. The date interrupting eagle. Alas, the ghosts were too slow, and the bird escaped with Bonesley to the peak. 50 souls. Not bad, actually. Help! Save me, your grace! Oh, well, at least you're enjoying yourself. Let's go with more mages. That is good. Right. Focus mana generation per cast. Focus is 13 a second. Total mana generation for focus, or I could go with loads of meditate. Let's go with loads of meditate. Quite nice. Let's see how much we can do. We'll just take a little bit to build up our mana stats. I don't think we're going to go for Revelation. We'll need a couple more levels, I think, on that. What will we get next level? Lesser Mastery. Display your mastery over the Lesser Arcana. Skill points. Raise the cap on skill levels 1 to 8. Oh, that's actually quite cool. Solitude. Free from all distractions, you're able to transcend your arcane limits. The aura of Solitude multiplies your mana and damage. Solitude's effectiveness is reduced by 1% for each active minion. Skill points increase mana and damage multiplier buff. Oh, so this is if I'm the weapon. And then Wurmification unlocks and buffs the Wurm summon spell. Mages who have been exposed to excessive amounts of mana become worms, twisted creatures that exude raw mana. I mean, why wouldn't I? In much this, look, okay, I will approach this game the same way I approach Mecha Bellum. If I have the resources to summon a worm, I summon the worm. I am a simple man. Okay? And also I like sandworms that can replicate themselves and eat planes. Like I said, simple. Alright, let's increase focus a bit. Okay, 109. I'll take this up one more level. 110 focus, that's reasonable, I think. I could probably get heightened up quite high as well. Right now we're producing 8 mana a second, which is quite nice. That's already max, which is great. I mean, I could just get rid of that to go all in on mana amplification because it's what I'm doing constantly. But I don't think we will. We've got more and more and more poison abilities. Maybe I should just focus on that. But the devils were massively out damaging the goblins, I noticed. So I'm not entirely sure for that one. But if I focus on Poison Dagger, focus on Herbalism, got a bunch of points in Imbue, maybe the goblins' damage output plus mine would be high enough. It's definitely possible. Let's put a bunch of levels into Imbue, see what we can do with it. Yeah, 231% is kind of crazy. We can push this. Let's take this all the way up to Imbue 80, then we're going to swap our skill set for a poison build. And 124 is all I need. That'll do. Right, okay. So, let's reset skills. Reset. Alright. So, for a poison focus, I'm going to say we're probably going to want maximum on this. Let's just dump all of my points into that. We're obviously going to want good poison from the archers, but also this. Let's get that up to at least 10. 10 into this as well. Now, I will want some mana generation. We'll put points into this so that we've just got a basic mana buff. And into this one, I think. That being said, let's make sure that I've got a decent return on damage multiplier. I will need captains as well, but I'm going to put 10 points into this, 10 points into captains, because I'm not only going to summon the goblins. I think that should be good enough. I don't think there's anything else that I want. Oh, actually, I could put some into this as well to get some mana coming in, because I do need some, obviously. That said, once I've got the goblins in place, I guess I don't need them as much. Do I want to invest the remainder into... Let's go to the goblins. There we go. Alright. So, We're going to want... Let's go for 20 captains. That'll be our base. The rest in goblins. Switching this over to the goblin crown. Actually, I'm going to invest a couple more. Let's take the captains all the way up to 50. Then the rest into goblins. Oh, there we go. And now it's just poison dagger time. We're comfortably producing more mana than we're consuming. So we're currently doing 394. Oh, good lord. We're almost doing 500,000 damage just in poison per second. Turn on incinerate as well. Good call, good call. Okay, so poison damage is currently doing 12 million per second. Good God. Alright, this is not too bad. We'll push a couple of levels until we're at we've got some more skills behind us, some more side quests behind us, and then we'll go for Revelation. There are definitely many other builds that we can go for, though. Yeah, like the percentage damage from pyromancy plus high mages would definitely be something we could look at. Let's get more oomph in our goblins. There we go. Goblins maxed out. Alright, let's have a look at what we're facing. This one's going to attack us, unfortunately. Double Bulgaria. We will probably punch through them faster than they are going to be able to get through our goblins and captains, so I'm not too concerned, if I'm honest. They will start chipping away at my goblins and my captains, but I don't really care. We'll kill 30 minions per minute, and I can easily summon them. We're going to be through this wall before then. For 500 mana, doing 2.7k damage there. Currently up to doing... We're almost doing 750,000 damage purely on the poison tick. And building the walls is going well, actually. We're up to wall 31. Of 99, so, you know. We're almost a third of the way through the game. And we are happening upon ever more bonkers combos to make that happen faster. More poison. More goblins. Splashovia, Rocky Ridge Waterfall. I don't think that's going to be a particular impediment to our passage. And after this one, we gain these. Now, the question is, do I want to forgo goblins entirely, and captains for that point, so I'd have to say goodbye to the captains too, but go all in on my own damage? We could see what we can do with that. I think that would be something to do. Let's have a look what we would get over here. Sorcerer summon spell. Copy any invocation spell that you can... Oh, my lord. Bunch of sorcerers with this? Yeah, God. Buffs a summon skeleton spell. Infuse each skeleton's bones with explosive mana, which detonates when they die. Ah. Interesting. 200k? My goodness. Cult recruit. There we go. Cultist recruiter. Gnomish recruiters have a silver tongues, perfect for persuading cultists to our cause. Summons rate 5 cultists per minute per recruiter. Yeah, that's definitely something that we're going to want. Oh, there are so many skills in this game. This is amazing. There's so much you can do. I could get some more. Let's see what we got. Legends Fall, Rocky Ridge. Okay. I think we've reset here. Reset. I'm going to pop everything into this. Everything into this. Everything into this. We don't take any goblins. We don't take any captains. So that gives us quite a lot more points that we can play with. Let's get 5, 5, and 5. Just so that we're bringing in a little bit more mana. Because I'm going to be using a lot. $10 points into this. Actually, 20 points into this. Yeah, I'm bringing in more than enough to do everything I need. So, I've got one more skill. I could put it in this, and then I could level one of these, but it's fine. I'll just go with that for now. Right. So, this is the first time where we're just going to go... Pacha! Well, wait, why? Ah, man. Auto summon off. There we go. Pacha! I want to see how far this can get. Also incinerate. I mean, honestly, just by myself. With all of these souls just sat there doing nothing. Okay. While that's going on, start side quest. With Bonesley kidnapped, your emotions are swelling. Incant. Calming yourself by incanting an aura of relaxation. Okay, yeah, no, this is crazy. This is very, very effective. Who needs minions? There must be a way to track where Bonesley is gone. Brain. Infusing mana directly into your brain, expanding your field of awareness. Yeah, the mana multiplier is 22. That is amazing. Just by itself. I'm gonna share it between these two. Keep pushing that up a bit. But yeah, we're just chewing through this. It seems the eagle has taken Bonesley to Rocky Ridge Peak. Hawk, summoning a troll to throw you to the peak. Why walk when you can fly? Dragon Skull Peak. Okay, it's going to regenerate 3% of its total hit points every 15 seconds, but I don't think that's really gonna matter. I'm doing like 15 million damage per second. Near the peak, you need a way to ascend a sheer cliff face. Suckers or a troll? Okay, so summoning a troll to throw you higher. It's a dragon's cave. You must be stealthy. Hood. Donning an assassin's hood to keep a low profile. Can we get camels to get more mana? Yeah, that would reduce my damage output though, because I've specifically built this around the less minions, the more powerful I am. The dragon. It's got Bonesley in its claw, and it's spewing dragon fire. Water. Using your water bottle to form a makeshift bubble shield. The dragon is at close range now. It's your chance. Roundhouse or we're going to totally discombobulate. Clapping the dragon's ears simultaneously. Why would I ever do anything but discombobulate? For real though. The beast is stunned. Now, how to extract Bonesley back to camp. Carry or throw. Throwing Bonesley off the cliff's edge. Yep. Look, it's the fastest way, Bonsely. The skeleton landed near the camp. Huzzah! Reward dragon scale. Stunning work on that rescue, Your Grace. I am forever in your debt. Hee-haw. Okay, dragon scale. A glowing scale that embodies the frenzy of dragon's rage. Auto cast and auto orb ponder when holding down the mouse is much faster. That would be if I was doing it manually, which I am not. At least I would imagine so. Yeah, it's specifically saying when holding down the mouse. Unless... Let's try. Oh. Oh. I mean, this is going to decay a lot faster, but... Oh. I see that the dragon crown, not necessarily the most useful thing anymore. Dora2 says, chat, is waffles lunch? Chat, you must give your own answers. I cannot speak for you on this. Okay, 40 million damage per second. Right, okay. Another 2 levels, which I may well put in there, but... yeah, I'm going to put one there and one there. Right, hard Climbovia. Hard Climbovia, really. I kind of want Revelation at this point. Either that or getting more imbue, but that requires way more mana. But this will take me to 36. Once we're through 36, we're rejigging to be cultist built. Because they will summon their own cultists, so I'll probably drop all of Solitude at that point. So I'll have 20 points to spend. Summon there, and there. Makes sense. Probably drop a bunch out of Incinerate. That being said, if I'm going heavy into the cultist build, then I could probably drop poison altogether, actually. And instead, maybe go for the bone spear. Maybe. I don't know. Because, honestly, summoning them would make no sense because you would do just as much. And you'd actively increase Bone Spear's damage, whereas that they would just copy what I was doing. That being said, I can cast this stupidly fast and they... Oh, yeah. That actually might be worth it. Yeah, once we punch through this... I'm going to reset things. There we go. Right. Let's reset skills. Dunk. Let's see what kind of wall we're facing. Shuddering front door. Portal to the haunted mansion. What the heck is going on there? Oh, poison is still ticking. Fair enough. Right, okay, well, let's spend my skill points first. So, I'm going to want... Oh, that was premature. I thought I was going to get all of that. Damn it. Okay, that was my bad. But do I want to go back in? Yeah, we may as well go back in on it. Sorry, everyone. That was a bit of a premature switcheroo. Oh, I can just hold it down. That is so much more convenient. There we go. Right, well, while you're doing that. Right. You spy a creepy mansion up on the hill. Infest. Infesting the surrounding area with spy bugs. It is indeed a mansion financially connected to Dracula. Frogs. Sliding up the hill on a shifting wave of frogs. I imagine that feels pretty good. You've reached the gate. It's held in place with some kind of magic. Jobs. Employing nearby townsfolk to demolish the gate. We should be able to punch this fairly quickly. Oh no! The courtyard is full of zombies. They lumber towards you, menacingly. Hive. Throwing a beehive to distract the zombies. Bees are always the right option. Except when they're not. Phew. Now you'll need to find a way out of this cellar. Barge. Launching yourself against the door. You've reached a cursed staircase. It seems to be endless. Burn it. Burning the staircase to ashes, dispelling the illusion. If bees are the wrong option, I don't want to be right, says Tiber Wolf. Fair. Well, we might well do a mana round shortly. Almost there. Looks like a laser trap guarding Dracula's coffin. Catsuit, definitely. Donning a catsuit and sensually weaving through the laser trap. Look, I know that I could have afforded the faster option, but who in their right mind would not choose this? At last, the coffin. How to deal with the creature? High explosives. Preparing to detonate the coffin. The beasts are seemingly being reduced to just a pair of fangs. Huzzah! Reward mana fangs? What? Let's just say, we got him, your grace. Ha ha hee hee ha. Mana fangs. The fang of a vampire allows you to leech mana whenever you deal damage. Leeched mana is not affected by mana multiplier. I know that I've reduced my damage output, however, that is significantly more mana coming in now. Significantly more mana coming in. Right, now is when we make the cultist build, I think. Let's see. Websy. Indicative of spiders. Okay. Right. So, now reset skills. Don't. Okay. So, we are going to want unlocks and buffs the recruiter summoning spell. We want devils. Don't know if we want you yet. We obviously want ghosts. We want this as well, because that's going to help. The cultists don't directly do damage. The ghosts will, the devils will. But I think we're going to want 5 levels there. We're going to want a lot of levels here. Let's go all 20 on the devils. All 20 in here. We want to make the cultists themselves super, super effective. Probably the ghosts too, actually. Now they're going to be clicking. Let's increase the mana per click and increase this as well. There we go. Right, let's see how this builds. So, first and indeed foremost, let's get a couple of you. And by couple, I mean a lot. And a good many cult recruiters. Also summoning on. Go. Summon limits. However many you can get. Basically fit as many cultists in as you can. I would like more. Lots of recruiters. Summoning lots of cultists. Let's get Incinerate active. Let's go all the way up to 80 devils. And we'll just keep pushing this. I want to see what kind of damage. Like, we were doing 20 million by ourselves. Let's keep getting more devils. We need them to eat the cultists faster. Yeah, we're quite low on the overall damage. Though, whenever the devils start eating, the ghosts start attacking, and that does push the damage up a bit, but it is a far cry from what we had before. Same on mana as well. You no longer need remotely that many. Or at least I didn't think we did. Maybe we did. Okay, let's pump that back up a bit. Yeah, this just doesn't feel like it as powerful of an option, really. If I got something that would work better here. Damage multiplier, perhaps? Do I have two of them? No, I can't. Go for the damage multiplier. We're up to 25.6k. Okay, that's brought up the damage to a comparable level now. Probably a 4. You know what, 20 as well. Yeah, I think having this sword here is... Captain's Call would probably also be useful. Yeah, Captain would probably be a solid one. That being said, look at how much mana we're getting from the cultists. Wizard Glass, Blight Ghosts, Arachnoids. That's level Wall 40, so we're quite a ways from that one. But yeah, the ghosts aren't actually doing that much. Well, I mean, they're to be fair, they're doing like 4 million, but you're right. However, what would I invest in otherwise? I've leveled everything else up of value. I mean, I guess I could increase Incineration all the way up to 20. Or Captains. But I feel Incineration is the stronger one. Yeah, let's reset skills. I know. Oh, I should have waited. That was silly of me. I forget that that does not... I should have just at least waited to get there. I forget that it completely repairs the wall as well. My bad. Let's pop everything into you. I mean, I could put everything into this. Or... You know what? No. Let's put 15 there. The rest in there. And incinerate on. Up to 20 of you. We should start immediately summoning in the cultists. And then I will start bringing in the devils. The other thing I could do is just increase the maximum level of the devils, I suppose. Take you up to 100. Now, this means that every 30 seconds I'll consume 100 cultists. Honestly, 150 would probably be okay. 125 though it'll be. Okay. Estimated total charge mana is 1 million. Alright. At 31 damage multiplier. It's more or less the same kind of damage that we had before. Cultists are producing enormous amounts of mana though. Right. At this point, we're going to start sneaking in the captains as the cultists die. Take them to 20 if we can. That will be a large drop in cultist output. So for 20, we'll get around about 5% extra damage multiplier, which isn't bad, to be fair. Certainly nothing to sniff at. Let's see what we can do then. Okay, so 35.6 times damage multiplier. Yeah, we're up at the 30 million mark. It was easier with the poison spell. I'm going to be honest, this needs some work for it to really stand out. But, I mean, we are bringing in some reasonable amount of mana. The other thing is increasing the amount of mana we generate per click as well. Thing is, we are generating the cultists fast enough, so I could probably pull them down a little bit further without too much concern. Because again, they're not actually providing any output damage. Probably going to want to go for some soul fusions in a second. Enchant souls. And soul fusions. Right, start increasing the amount of mana I'm getting from clicks, because they are clicking every time they die. Yeah, we're up to 39% now. Okay, this isn't too bad. Could definitely be... I definitely don't think that I could do more with a different build, but this is a viable build at the very least. It's not so much below the poison one that I don't think it could compete. I just think I probably need different unlocks to make that work. We'll see. But I enjoy trying out the different builds, frankly. What was the next one that we would get? It was level 40, so we've got another 3 walls to get through. Ugh. It's going to take us some time. I think we need to do a big old mana gather after we're through this wall. We'll see what the next wall's like, but I suspect we're going to be going for mana. That being said, if I increase the amount that a single gnome could pull in, I could reduce the amount of gnomes. No, I probably invest it over here. I think. We're almost through it. The other thing is we could check out the mage Wurm thing, but that just increases the mana multiplier buff per worm. Oh, okay, we're on a fighting level. So it depends on what it decides to pop first. What's the wall going to attack? I'd like to see that before I do anything else. This is the point where we would want a skeleton to help out. As long as there's none of these, I don't mind if they kill the cultists. Sorry, cultists, but it's true. You killed one of my devils, you scallywag. Rude. They are actually chewing through those devils, sadly, and they cost me a lot to get, too. Yeah, the regen as well is not great for me, but... It undoes 120 odd million every 15 seconds. That doesn't really hurt us. We will dig through it. It's just going to take a little bit longer. That being said, they're reducing my damage output each time. You know what? We could reset... We could go for just the poison build again, because that was super effective, especially if we did bring in sorcerers. Bone bomb damage, though. That could be really powerful. We could go full bone build and see if bone bomb damage would help. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do that now. So, all levels into bone bomb damage. Dunk. We want good amount of levels there. Full levels on skellies. Full levels on this. Full levels over here. Gives me 21 left. I mean, I could bring these in. Or I could just go for something like this. Yeah, let's just do that. Right. No limit. They are rather expensive and I do not have much mana. Go ahead. Let's see what we can do. So each one of these buffs the skeletons. And each one of these sums the skeletons. Sums quite a few per minute as well. Turn on incinerate. That's fine. Okay, that's already hitting some 51 million. Okay. All right, I'm on board with this actually. The death damage is huge. Okay, so the bone build is definitely powerful enough. Yeah, okay. Okay, that is bonkers. I think this would only trigger when... Oh no, actually I am pulling the mana. Huh. But I have to drop quite a lot to achieve that, so what I will do is I'll do that. We're not going to have auto-click, but I don't need it if I'm bringing in that much mana. Wall is boned, wow. The winding walkway, confusing flight. Alright, well, I could just level up heighten for a bit. In fact, let me just dump a lot into it. Okay, we're up to 130 million now and then. That is way better than anything I was doing otherwise. Way better. I could get 3 extra levels in this to invest across my other options, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Display on mastery over the lesser arcana skill points, so that's 1 to 8. So that these. So 1, 2, 3. Definitely worth it in my opinion. Getting 10 million mana, more or less, every second. Okay. Occult doorways, heart of the haunted mansion. Okay, more souls. Alright, let's invest that there and here as well. Oh, that one did unlock. No, next one will unlock this. That's fine. Right, side quest. Animated household. Still inside the creepy mansion, an alarm is sounding from the coffin room. Plug. Crafting earplugs from mana to mitigate the annoying sound. The obvious choice. Get some more skeletons. We're getting 11 million mana now. This is crazy. The enchanted furniture have turned belligerent. No need to hold back. I will shout, bellowing a roar of challenge. Okay. Here they come. A rug starts off with a front kick to your back. How rude. Rip. Pulling the rug's center thread, bisecting it. Okay, that's a bit harsh. I mean, undoubtedly effective, but definitely harsh. A pack of Ottomans are attacking from the flank. I should flip them. Soaring over them with a graceful back. Oh, I meant to flip them on it. Oh, okay. I guess that works. There we go. I hadn't. I needed to recast that one. There we go. An armoire follows up with a wild left haymaker suplex. Oh, obviously suplex. Suplexing the armoire, shattering it to pieces. Had it coming, armoire. I'm sorry, but it's true. Right, would like another point there. And continue to level those up. Reactivate. Oh, did that not? Did I not put an extra point in there? Oh, no, I had 2 points up. My bad. Turn that back on. A claw and ball bathtub makes a crazed charge towards you. Melt. Melting the tub with superheated mana. Get more souls. Oh crap, it's the Candelabra twins. They have dreadlocks and sunglasses. Blast? Unleashing both barrels of a mana blaster. Look, they had it coming. Wow, they dodged it. These guys aren't fooling around. Incinerate. Reducing the general area to ash with concentrated incineration. 160, 170 million damage is bonkers. The twins have vanished. The mansion is all destroyed. Also destroyed. Huzzah! Reward 60 souls. Okay, now we're talking. Great moves, Your Grace. Really something something. 333 million damage means we're bringing in 26 million mana. We are actually making progress towards revelation. Maze of fake exits, the only escape from the haunted mansion. Let's increase that. Okay, yeah. So you know how we were all poo-pooing on the Skelly Bros earlier? You don't feel that Incinerate is doing much. Incinerate is giving a 12.8 times damage multiplier. It's doing a lot. Bone Bomb, less so, though. Bone Bomb's doing much less so. Maybe we say goodbye to that. Right. Getovia, the 7th stairs. Right, we've got a couple of new options. Wizard Glass. Wizard Glass is a patent-pending formulation that can help stop your orb from cracking, even during heavy pondering. Okay, that's quite good. Skill points also increase mana gain from clicking the orb, and when triggering a mana amplifier. Okay, that's possibly a good one. Blight Ghosts. Infuse the essence of Blight into your ghosts. Ghosts apply additional poison to the wall relative to their damage. Skill points increase the poison amount. Okay, so poison ghosts. and spiders. Unlocks and buffs the spider summon spell. Spiders launch acid balls that deal damage and have a chance to cause a rupture. Ruptures increase the damage multiplier for a short time. Skill points increased. Ooh, that's a lot of damage though. Wow. Okay. Once this wall is gone, we're getting rid of bone bombs, and I'm going to invest it instead in spiders. Yeah, because I was hoping that bone bombs would do something, because the wall was attacking the skeletons, but it just wasn't attacking them enough. So I think bone bombs, it was a good idea for fighting a wall that would fight back. But outside of that, not really. Okay. Reset skills. Endless Lawn. Elysian Fields. Periphery. Okay. Well, let's first get this on the go. We're going to invest heavily into spiders. We're going to invest heavily into overseers. Heavily into... Because the thing is, you massively bump skeletons damage. So it feels like a good one to put into. You as well. We'll get this. Now... anything else I think we're gonna pop a couple of levels into this, and everything else is gonna get a buff that I can. Basically, this is each 5. What else do I want to invest in at this point? I'm not doing any orb clicking. Let's just get that. Alright, so activate you. Let's take 5 nobles. We want a bunch of overseers. Take this up to 50. A bunch of spiders to ensure that we are getting rupture frequently. We're pretty much the spiders have replaced the captains. Comfortably replaced the captains. Let's get more of them. Possibly more overseers as well, I don't know. Yeah. 75 on them. Them up to 75 as well. That is huge. We're doing 1 billion damage. That is actually ridiculous and glorious in every way. Okay, so start side quest. You've reached Elysian Fields, once a place of the gods. This land is now cursed. Clouds? Installing surveillance clouds. It's always wise. Keep an eye on them, you know. Yeah, that's just bonkers. The grass is comprised of razor-like crystals. You can't walk on it. Float. Floating just above the ground. Let's get revelation. Entreat. Bribe, deceive, flatter, and otherwise form positive relations with devils. Oh, devil damage increase. Okay. That's not terrible, but it's not really what I was looking for. Let's get more damage from my scallies. The soil is emitting an acrid scent. It's making you woozy. Filter. Using mana to a filter to deliver crisp, fresh air. Yeah, we're getting 100 million per just out of this. That is bonkers. There's an orchard. Maybe someone here can help. Bumping the gate open and then walking inside. Encumbering ruins, the Elysian suburbs. We can continue to push this. Get one there, and then one on these two. And I'm probably going to invest a little bit in mana. Yeah, skeleton nobles really appreciate cleaning air. That's fair. The strange fruit here seems to be trying to communicate with you. Telepathy. Reaching directly into nearby minds. Open your minds. Let's pop you in there. And loads more heighten, please. There we go. That is genuinely stupid how much this is doing, because it's bringing in so much mana as well. One of us, they repeat. You're not feeling so good. Gooble gobble, gooble gobble. Expunge, violating the ground beneath your feet. It's not quite what I wanted to do, but okay. Temple of the Old Gods, downtown Elysia. There is strange magic at work. You need to get a look at yourself in a stream. Roll. I'm going to roll down an embankment. When in doubt, roll. Let's also meditate a bit. And also I'll invest in focus too. As you feared, you're transforming into a grape. What? How? What? Gas. Releasing anti-floral transformation gas. When did I have... Why did I have the opportunity to develop anti-floral transformation gas? I don't understand. It mostly worked, but your foot is still a grape. Cursed grape? The grapes! They really like the grapes. What the hell are you talking about? Cursed fruit from Elysia constantly transforms your skeletons into mana-yielding fruit. Okay. Let's see what this does. Okay, no, it's nowhere near as good. I'm so sad. Nope. That was so not good. I had no idea grapes were so powerful. Okay. Oh, actually, that might trigger bone... You're right. That might trigger bone explosions. Insect Plague. Unlocks and buffs the Insect Plague summon spell. Insect Plague summons a swarm of soulless insect minions, which attack the wall and immediately die. Skill points increase the damage of the summoned insects. Skill points also increase spider damage. Chain Lightning. Unlocks and buffs the Chain Lightning invocation spell. Chain Lightning is a fearsome spell which is powered by sacrificing your skeletons and cultists. Casting Chain Lightning requires the sacrifice of 5 minions. Mimicry. Unlocks and buffs the Mimic summon spell. Mimics look just like treasure chests, overflowing with gold. The perfect thing to attract greedy goblins. Skill points increase the Mimic's goblin summon rate. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's continue to invest over there, though. Got another side quest. Get the goat. Weary of the food in Elysia, you start to grow hungry. Gurgle. And your stomach gurgles, echoing the sentiment. Saint Ovia, the 8th stair. We're just flying through these now. Suddenly, an enchanting siren song can be heard. Casual. You keep it casual as you approach the source of the song. 725 for that. You are led to a very old temple. Pollen is rich in the air. Sneeze. You sneeze as the pollen inflames your allergies. Also, more souls. So many more. We need more skeletons. Pollen is now too thick to even see the temple. Boom. Blaze open. Using a cone of fire to clear the pollen. Okay. I'm going to turn auto summon off for a moment. I'm going to sack a bunch of skeletons. Down to 85. And then I want a bunch of overseers. To 100 overseers. And a bunch more spiders as well. Right, auto summon back on. 2.3 billion now. Okay. The damage multiplier is now 60. Yeah, they are so much better than captains. You enter the temple. The cultists are performing a ritual. Steal it. Grabbing gold from the... grab the gold. You didn't even tell me about the gold. I wanted to steal the ritual. Or the cultists. Maybe both. The cultists start foaming at the mouth. This could be bad. Hold. Holding on a little longer. Mineshaft entrance. Crumbolian excavation. They're bringing out a goat for the ritual. Now's your chance. Light. Using mana to create a blinding flash of light. Can we steal the goat? We've got to be able to steal something, surely. The guard is down. Time to grab the goat. Yes! Levitate. Levitating the goat out of a nearby window. You got the goat, and dinner is sorted. Huzzah! 70 souls. More spiders. More overseers. I missed what Bonesley said. Another side quest. You're taking a relaxing walk through the gardens. Sniff. Stopping to sniff some roses. Don't eat the goat. Too late. It's already been eaten, I'm afraid. We're just flying through this now. I don't even care about the spider's damage output. It's purely the damage multiplier that I care about there. It's Bonsely. What could they be doing here at this hour? Nod. Giving the slightest of nods. Only a slight one, apparently. Very slight. It seems the skeleton has news to share. Very well, I will sit. Finding someone to sit down. It might be bad news, you know, so sitting down first is probably wise. Let's enchant souls. Deepest apologies. I haven't been entirely honest with you. With your grace. Who? Bonsely has a confession. Yes. Saying yes over and over. The thing about the treasure is, I made it up. I'm terribly sorry, Your Grace. Bonsely, how could you train me like this? Stoic. Holding the skeleton's gaze, saying nothing. The real reason is, Incrementalia could be a home for all of us minions. Bonsely confesses the true goal was a home for the minions. Tear. Allowing a single tear to roll down my cheek stoically, you know. There's got to be a stoic tear. So you understand, don't you, Your Grace? It's for the good of all minions. Yes. Yes, of course I understand. How could I deny my minions a home? Bonsely begs for your understanding. I deceived Your Grace. Can you ever forgive poor Bonsely? No. No, I will never stop forgiving you. Wait, I will never stop forgiving... Wait, what? No. The beloved minion is forgiven, and the quest is updated. God damn it. God damn it. Cracking choice to forgive me, Your Grace. Really great decision making. Poop. Right. This curious device allows the user to skip through boring time with 0 side effects, reduces the waiting time for side quests, soul dungeons, and between walls. Oh, I don't really care. I'm sure it's useful, but it's not for me. Right. We are almost done with that, but we have now unlocked something new. Unlocks and buffs the Hell Gates incantation spell. Manifests a direct portal to Hell, converting offerings of life into arcane power. While Hellgate is active, receive Hell's Blessing, a temporary buff to the damage and mana multiplier whenever a unit dies. Skill points increase the duration of Hell's Blessing. Unlock and buffs the Dragon Invocation spell. Dragons are vainglorious creatures that gain strength from the size of your army, but they don't much like other dragons. Dragons do plus 1% damage for every non-dragon minion. Dragons do -3 for every other dragon minion. Dragons need to eat a goblin every 20 seconds or they die. 1.2 million damage, though. Bazookas. Whenever 10 minions die, fire a bazooka. The bazooka shoots an armor-piercing micro-geist powered by the accumulated negative energy of passing souls. It counts as casting an invocation spell and has a chance to cause a rupture. Oh, rupture chance, eh? Rupture chance, eh? I mean, we've got 3 ghost spells there. You'd be eating goblins. This would kill skeletons and cultists, so we could maybe try a bone build? Sorry, a ghost build. So devils. And yeah, skeletons. Skeleton nobles, gnomes, devils, chain lightning, the bazooka, blight ghosts, and ghosts. It's definitely an option. Like, no one's dying right now, so this wouldn't do anything for me. Dragons, though, maybe. Grapes might trigger it too, yeah. Yeah, dragon and mimic would be a thing, yeah. Huh. Those are definitely some options. Right now, though, we're doing crazy damage as is, and so it's like, there's a big part of me that's like loath to change it. But it's going to take me ages to get the mana needed for wisdom. When's the next unlock? And what do we get? We get bards. Bards unlocks and buffs the bard summon spell. Bards perform ancient music that stirs the spirit. It sounds bad if too many of them play at once. Each bard increases the damage and mana multiplier by 1%. Bards are 1% less effective for each other bard on the field. Skill points increase the bard's damage and mana multiplier buff. I mean, that's actually really nice. Damage and multiply both buff at plus 6%. Plus 6 times, rather. Strength in numbers. The absolute size of your army is frightening the wall, buffing the damage multiplier. Skill points increase the buff of the damage multiplier for every 100 minions. Damage multiplier buff plus 5%. And orb feedback. Your orb becomes violently charged, launching explosive feedback at the wall whenever it is clicked. Feedback damage is equal to the mana gained from clicking. Skill point increases... I mean, that's not too bad. So wall 52 is what we want. Once we get to 52, we probably start investing heavily in these two, I think. We get 1 bard and then just dump all our other points into that as well. I mean, I could get rid of this one at that point. Just max out bards. Get a single bard. Because we're getting a decent income of mana right now. Okay. Reset skills. 150. Collapsed tunnels. The demise of the failed Crumbolian expedition. Very well. We've got a side quest as well, but first and foremost... Well, actually, I suppose I'm doing that on. You know what? And while we're doing it, we'll do this. You've reached the edge of the Crumbolian Empire. Evaluate. The Crumbolians were trying to reach something using these tunnels. Infiltrate. Deep in the tunnels, darkness has become an issue. Evolve. You see strange and elaborate symbols etched into the cavern wall. Tessellate. The Crumbolians were searching for Incrementalia. Ah, bats. Bubble. You can't hold this much longer. There's a minecart to escape in. No, slide. There's a fork in the railway. You should hit the lever. Lean. You found the Hall of Trials, the famous entrance to Incrementalia. Wow. You found the Hall of Trials, entrance to Incrementalia. Huzzah, reward 80 souls. Okay, very nice. Fantastic progress on the journey of grace. Really high quality work. I actually don't like this because it doesn't give me enough time to actually read what was going on. Which, big sad. Oh, damn it. I stopped one level too soon. Why do I keep doing this? That said, this is an opportunity for me to check this out. So, Hell's Blessing. Hell's Blessing, damage and mana multiplier. Let's turn that on. 1k a second. That's fine. We want all of the ghosts. Bazooka damage. We want blight ghosts. We want ghosts. I'm going to want... Let's put 5 in you. 5 in you. 5 there. 5 there. 5 there. And 5 over... Don't get that anymore because it wouldn't help me. Still want... Necromanagers. Gives me 35 points. At this point, I would want Bone Bomb. And I would want Chain Lightning. I think I'm probably going to want to get Auto Clicker here. Wow. Actually, no, I probably really don't. So we'll see how it goes. How do I want to add the rest of these points in? Let's take them up to level 10. 10 there, 10 there, and 10 over here as well. Okay. Oh god. Summon limits. Say 300. Actually, it's 250, 250. So we want cult recruiters. Let's grab 5 of them. Skeleton nobles. Let's grab 5 of them. We're going to want... Oh yeah, I still want the mana coming in. Quite a few devils. Lots of overseers as well. So the cultists are starting to build things up, which is great. Yeah, let's take the devils up to about... I think it was 100, wasn't it? Yeah, this is a far cry from what we were doing before. Let's go for 100 overseers. I mean, it is rising. We are getting rupture. But it's just nowhere near what the spiders are doing. Let's increase entreat, though. We can sink a lot of points into that. So devil damage is now 2,000% more. Still getting barely anything compared to what we were doing before. Granted, we haven't gotten everything we want. Let's take this up to 15. Up to 15 as well. Actually, let's take them both up to 20. There we go. But yeah, the rupture is nowhere near high enough. That's what was really getting us the push. But let's see what this does. Can we maintain the numbers? No, we are not maintaining the numbers. Let's take these both up to 50. So we're bringing in plenty of extra gubbins to fuel the chain lightning. Oh, but what does this grab first? Looks like it is eating my devils. We'll see. It might have been that I just ran out of cultists. Yeah, actually this only kills cultists or skellies, I think. I mean, it's appreciable levels of damage, definitely. Like, our damage multiplier is up through the roof. To be fair. Yeah, I don't think we need the devils if we're using chain lightning. And the devils themselves don't really give me anything. Not directly. And we're not even seeing Bone Bomb doing much, though Poison is doing a decent amount, to be fair. If I'm using Chain Lightning, I don't need Devils. So I would be able to reinvest like 100 Devils, 100 Minions into something else. Maybe just more Recruiters, frankly. But we can definitely achieve extremely high levels of damage. I wonder. Actually, that's just auto cast and auto orb ponder. No. Maybe. We probably want auto clicking on. But it does, yeah, no, we can sustain a very high level of damage with this. Right, okay. Let's reset skills. If only to shut that up for a bit. Underground Sea, prize of the failed expedition, gateway to the Hall of Trials. Okay, we're going to set up the... I would love it if I had something that could kill auto-magically, but we don't. That was good. The rupture chance here from bazookas was quite good. But I think we're going to go with spiders. We're going to see if an insect build does well. And since they're not going to... Well, they will be attacked, but I don't really worry too much about that one. Let's go with a couple of skeletons just to be able to absorb the attack. Rupture there. Increases spider damage. Honestly, maybe it is time for us now to go with... Yeah, let's just go for a mana build with a little bit of damage output. So put 20 into this. 20 into this. Mages. Actually, that's true. Insects die instantly, don't they? Oh. That's a very good point. Actually, the insect build will be wild. I can just have autocast running that. That was a very good point. Poison. Ghosts. I will still need them to soak up damage, I think. I guess the poison buff, sure. Got 23 points left to spend. What do I want to spend it on? This costs nothing. It's... Yeah, I can just have that auto-casting. Oversee will only help skeletons, and since I'm only going to be summoning them to, you know, get attacked, I don't think that's worth it. I guess I could go with incineration since I'm not going to be auto-casting any spells. So let's turn that on right now. And then, yeah, I guess just mana multiplier. All right, so what we want, let's get a bunch of skeletons first just to absorb some damage. Okay, stop. Then loads of spiders. Like 100 spiders maybe. Go to 125. We've got a lot of minions we can summon. This requires no souls, so let's get 20. In fact, I should probably just go all in on the spiders. Maybe take this all the way up to 200. Auto summon on. Yeah, it costs no souls, so at this point, maximum ruptures is 25. Oh. Huh. There doesn't seem to be a limit on this one. Okay. Noted. Noted, noted, noted. Maybe don't go in on this. And instead invest all of that in Hell's Gate. Oh, actually, no. Turn that one off and go for Hell's Gate. Yes, reset skills. So, everything in there. Turn Hell's Gate on. Because we're going to be killing things constantly. And then once I've set this going, we will... Or rather, I will step away. Gonna be going on a tea break. This is your opportunity to do the same. Yeah, let's put 10 points into you. And then the rest into this, I guess. Either that, or I just increase the mana multiplier. Does this get affected by mana multiplying? No, so it doesn't matter then. This would allow me to add more in there. Which is decent. And then the rest into this, I guess. Or... yeah, because most of my mana is not coming from these anymore. That being said, does this increase mana? Oh, it does increase mana multiply. Maybe then. Or just put it into poison. Alright, I think that should work. That's active. Let's turn on spiders. Get that up nice and high. Well, actually, I probably need to summon them first. Let's get 10 skeleton nobles. 15 should do a bit better. No, let's take it up to 20. That way there will always be skeletons to attack. Get this up to 150. The rest can be skeletons. This is active, so we want that to be a lot higher though. When we turn this on, hopefully that's exactly what's going to happen. In fact, now I've got that, let's do this. Am I not able to do it? Oh, that was my autoclicker. Goddamn. Oh. I guess. Let's just see what I can do. Let's see how much that will drive that number up. Do they actually die? Yeah, they are. There we go. And it's triggering all kinds of ghosts. There we are. Damage multiplier up into the hundreds. Well, let's just pop it on this so I can step away. I mean, that got up to stupid levels, to be fair. It is dropping now because I'm not keeping it as aggressively high, but that'll just be the way that has to go. I'm still getting 1.2 billion, 1.1 billion from there. That would get us up to this relatively quickly. But we'll see like what level this can take us to. Having something that would kill the skeletons would be great. Chain lightning would be that thing. I think ultimately going for a lightning build would be a better option. I'm actually going to drop that down, rise that up a little bit. There you go. That way it won't be as annoying. Right, Plodovia, the 9th stair. On that note, I will get a... I guess we'll do a bard build when I get back. I'll put one into it right now. Also a point into there. Let's get a bard. Goodbye. Skeleton. Oh, okay. Goodbye, skeleton. No, but you know what? Auto summon off. Oh, I need 3. 1 bard. That bard is currently given a 6.6 times multiplier, which is fine. Insect plague can continue. And I shall be back in a couple of minutes. This is your chance to get up, stretch your legs, and grab yourself a drink. Back soon.